Kur Kuath, center. When I bring back my memories from the championship game last season, I just remember, um, the fans, so giving me energy, my teammates, giving me energy. It was just a building full of love, and it was just an amazing time, just to be able to win with that group of guys. So that's what I really take out of winning from the championship. I would dedicate the championship and the MVP to my little cousin Noir, who just passed away. He passed away young. He was a basketball player. He just won a championship as well, just this last season. He sadly passed away. So, big ups to Noir for the motivation and giving me energy to continue to strive this season. So the memories I have is, in Cairo when we first moved out of Khartoum, fleeing the war, was, being with my family in a two-room apartment. It was a two-room apartment with about 25 kids, four or five families. Just remembering, not having anything, but also having everything. We struggled together, we shared everything. And it was just, that was the biggest, my biggest memory from leaving back home. I'll call home South Sudan and also Salt Lake City, Utah, because I grew up in Utah. I spent 22, 23 years of my life growing up in Utah with my parents and siblings and a lot of my extended family as well. But I also call, the Ruang Administrator area Gymnam home as well, because that's where a lot of my family is, and that's where, I plan on moving back once I retire. It wasn't too hard. I was young, and I was always, adventurous and always open to new things. So it was really easy for me to adjust and to learn the new culture fairly fast, especially because I had two older siblings, they would go to school, come back and, teach me what they would learn. So I adjusted fairly quickly, and I do consider myself, American, but South Sudanese American. South Sudan participating in the Olympics is a huge achievement for the country, with all the years of, war and violence on South Sudan, there was not much to be proud of coming from South Sudan, other than being a freak and one of the youngest countries in the world. And being able to, witness our first Olympics, and the players and playing some of the best players in the world, it put us on a platform to showcase to the world that we have talent. And when we play, it's beautiful because it brings peace. Like everything is at a halt once we're playing. So it means the world. It means the world to South Sudan to be able to represent the only country from Africa to represent the men's in the Olympic basketball. So, to represent my country means everything to me. That's my pride and joy. Like I know everything my country's been through, and we've always fought together, and we've always been through our obstacles, to get to where we're at today. Everybody has their own unique story on how they made it out of South Sudan with their families, being refugees. So representing the country basically just meant like I'm putting on trying to help showcase to the world that we do have great people and potential to be one of the greatest countries in the world at anything potentially. Next season, I'm looking forward to competing with a group of great guys. I've always wanted to play more international European competitions. So I'm excited to see the Euro Cup competition, and my goal is to try to win a championship. Especially with these guys and great coaching staff. So excited to get the season started. So first things first is my bracelet that I got gifted. So I got gifted this bracelet when I went home a few years back. It's a South Sudanese bracelet. Most of us wear these bracelets, to represent our country. But I got it as a gift after we qualified for the World Cup, and this just brings memory back of going back home and being welcomed by the whole country, being celebrated, it was just pure joy and love that we received when we went back to visit after we qualified. And it's something that, I can't live without, and you'll always see me wearing. And then this bracelet right here, it says, rest in paradise, Noir Nudi Deng. This is my little cousin that passed away recently. And, that's gonna stay with me for the rest of my life because, he was, that's my little brother for real. Like, it was such a tragic death in the family, but well, he's such a happy and joyful kid, he had a bright future, but now he's just, he's with me all the time, watching over us. So I'm always keep this with me because I know he's my guardian angel.